Hi students, in last class we discussed about the CNS and PNS, Central Nervous System, PNS, Peripheral Nervous System. Even ENS also is there, Entericus Nervous System. In last class I explained about the main part of this body, brain. Brains comes under the CNS, Central Nervous System. So this have different types of parts or divisions. I told you in last class it's divided into three parts. One is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain, forebrain, midbrain, last one is hindbrain. Hindbrains. I told you this forebrain, it consists of two parts again. One is cerebrum. One is cerebrum, another one is diencephalon. Diencephalons. Midbrain consists of optic lobes. I told you, I will say where does optic lobes is. Like olfactory receptors is present in the nose. They are also called as chemoreceptors. They will carry messages to the brains. Olfactory receptors. I will explain this function of this midbrains. And the last one is hindbrain. The hindbrain also consists of two parts. One is cerebellum. Cerebellum. And the last one is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. So the information here we have to write the functions. The most important is to explain the function of these parts. They have given some small information, it's not required, but when they ask 4 marks question to write the function of the brain, you are not supposed to write the brain and the structure. That is different question. Function is different. What is the function of the cerebrum? If you see the rough diagram of this brain, you can see there are so many parts in the brain. You can see like cerebrum, diencephalons, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. You can see the different parts in the brains. Brain is located in a bony heart-like structure is called as cranium. The fluid present in the brain is called as cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. This cerebrum is located in the, it consists of 2 lobes. Actually, I told you in last class, this will be divided into 2 parts. It consists of 2 parts, 2 lobes is called as hemispheres. Hemispheres. In the brains, in the cerebrums, you can see the depressions and the elevation. Depression and elevations. This depression is called as gyri and this elevation is called as gyri. This depression is called as sulci. Sulci and gyri is present. Sulci and gyri. But come to the function of this cerebrum. So the main function of this cerebrum is set of mental activity. Mental activity. All the mental activity is there in the cerebrum parts. This is the largest brain, Petta Medalu, we can call the largest brain. The smallest brain is the cerebellum. all the information are given. So cerebrum, the function is set of mental ability. They control thinking, control thinking. You can see a memory, reasoning in the cerebrum. Memory, all the memory is stored in cerebrum. Memory and reasoning, perceptions. We can see emotions. Emotions. What is the emotions? Like a speech. All the emotions we can see in the cerebrum. Speech, interpretations, sensation of the like cold and cough and pain and pressures. It will interpret. It will sense the pain, pressure and temperatures. This is about the cerebrum functions. The main thing is set of mental ability and control thinkings, memory, reasoning, perceptions, emotions and speech. This will come from the cerebrums. Interprets sensations like cold, heat, pain, pressure. These are all the function of the cerebrum. These are all the function of the cerebrum. Next one is diencephalons. So diencephalons, it relays center for sensory impulses. Sensory impulses. It relays center for sensory impulses. Sensory neurons like motor neurons, sensory impulses. Like such as like pain, temperatures, lights. Pain, temperature and like sensory impulses. And the second one comes under the reflex center for muscle activities. Muscle activities are controlled by this diencephalons. It's a sensory for the, it's a reflex center for the muscle activity. Muscles are controlled by this diencephalons. In the bladder, I told you there are two different types of like sphincters is there. They are controlled by this diencephalons muscles. There is a center for the emotions. What is emotions? Like anger. Somebody become very angry because of the, it controlled by the diencephalons. Like blood pressures controlled by the diencephalons. Like a body temperatures, like sleep, hunger, everything is controlled by the diencephalons. So in the stomachs, when the some enzymes is going to release, like leptins, ghrelins, this diencephalon carry message to the brain. Diencephalon will be response. So diencephalons carry the message. And this is about the function of the diencephalons. And this thyroids control the pituitary glands. Pituitary gland is called as master glands. Where the thyroid glands we can see, thyroids is there in the neck. It's control the pituitary glands. Pituitary gland is called as master, like hypothalamus. Thyroid is present in the neck. Hypothalamus is present in the brain. Sorry, hypothalamus control the pituitary glands. Pituitary gland is called as master glands. Hypothalamus control the pituitary glands. Pituitary gland is called as master gland. It is also controlled by the diencephalons. Next one is midbrains. So midbrains actually it relays motor impulses from the central cortex to the motor impulses. From cerebral cortex to the spinal cord, It relays main function of the midbrain is it relays motor impulses from the cerebral cortex to the spinal cord. Cerebral cortex to the spinal cord. Sensory impulses. Sensory impulses from spinal cord to the thalamus. Spinal cord to thalamus and hypothalamus is present in the brains. So it relays motor impulses. Motor impulses it carry from cerebral cortex to the spinal cords. But the sensory impulses from spinal cord to the thalamus. This is the function of the midbrain. Next, the last one is forebrain consists of cerebrum and diencephalons. Midbrains, optic lobes. Actually, optic lobes, the olfactory receptors is present in the nose. It carry message to the brain. They are called as chemoreceptors. Hindbrain consists of two parts. One is cerebellum, the flower-like structures we can see in the brains. The smallest flower, the smallest brain also is called as cerebellum. So the cerebellum function is it's maintaining postures, body movements, body positions, maintain body posture, body posture. It also maintain equilibrium. Equilibrium is very important to control the body, to keep equilibrium, to maintain the body temperatures, to keeping a normal state. Everything is controlled by the cerebellum. And it coordinates voluntary movements initiated by the cerebrum. Cerebellum coordinates initiated voluntary movements by the cerebrum. It controls, it coordinates voluntary movements by the cerebrums. The last one is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. It's very important. It is the center for cardiac. Heartbeat rate is controlled by this medulla oblongata. Cardiac activities. Cardiac. And respiratory vasometers. So these are involuntary movements are controlled by the medulla oblongata. Cardiac, heartbeat rate, involuntary movements. Respiration, taking oxygen, releasing carbon dioxide. Medulla oblongata. Vasometers, the blood flowing in the specific vessels, small vessels, through pressures. Vasometers. These all are function of the medulla oblongata. The last one is all from the mouth. For example, swallowing under the control of medulla oblongata. Coughing is under the control of medulla oblongata. Actually, sneezing also involuntary, you cannot stop it. It's involuntary movements. And last one is vomiting also, all from the mouth. First one is swallowing, coughing, sneezing, vomiting. All this from the mouth, you should remember. The last one is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. These are involuntary movements are controlled by the medulla oblongata. So these are cardiac, respiratory, vasometers, and center for the cardiac, center for respiratory, center for vasometer. Swallowing, sneezing, coughing, vomiting are controlled by the medulla oblongata. This is about the function of the brain. It's very, very important for the 4 marks. So they will ask sometimes the functions, or else they will ask, they will like give the paragraph and they will ask questions, or else they will ask total sum of the functions, not all. So it's better to, so today homework, that's why only I told only one this particular the main brain functions. Read and write without seeing, because it's very, very important. So in 5th lesson, the coordinations is very, very important. Brain parts and this and the function of the brain, both are very, very important. Once again I am repeating. So the division of the brain consists of 3 parts. One is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrains. I told you some lobes also. Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobes and temporal lobes. So forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain, midbrain and hindbrains. When you break this bony capsule, we can see the hemispheres, 2 hemispheres. You can, there is a small gap is there. The liquid substances is there in this brains, right brain and left brain, cerebrum and cerebellum. So the forebrain consists of cerebrum and diencephalons. Midbrain consists of optic lobes. What is the function of this midbrain? Motor impulses from cerebral cortex to the spinal cords. Motor impulses carry messages from cerebral cortex to spinal cord. Sensory impulses carry from spinal cord to the thalamus. Hindbrains, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. It's control body temperature, body postures, equilibriums. Okay, and it initiates the movements of the cerebrum. It coordinates the voluntary movements of controlled by the cerebrums. Last one is medulla oblongata. Reflex like a center for cardia, respiratory and vasometers. Swallowing, sneezing, coughing and vomiting. So this is very, very important for 4 marks questions. Read and write without seeing. Only functions. Extra information is not required. Only write about the function of the brains. Forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. In forebrain, cerebrum, diencephalons, midbrains. Cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Okay, thank you students.